Your wife comes home and starts venting about her day. Her boss was difficult, her coworker was annoying, traffic was terrible. You're nodding along, but you have no idea what to actually say. You try "that sucks," or you offer advice, and neither lands right. Here's exactly how to respond when your wife vents so she feels heard and you don't feel lost. First, understand what venting is and isn't. Venting is emotional release, not problem solving. She's not asking you to fix her boss or her coworker or the traffic. She's releasing the stress and frustration she's been holding all day. Your job is to be the safe place where she can let it out. Most men get this wrong in one of two ways. Either you say almost nothing and she feels like you don't care, or you jump in with solutions and she feels like you're not listening. The sweet spot is active engagement without trying to solve anything. So here's exactly what to do. Step 1. Stop what you're doing and give her your attention. Put down your phone, turn off the TV, look at her. This sounds basic, but most men half listen while doing something else. She can feel when you're not fully present, and it makes the venting feel pointless to her. Step 2. Use simple acknowledgement phrases. These are your best friends. Try, "That sounds really frustrating." "Wow, that's a lot to deal with." "I can see why that would bother you." Or, "That must have been exhausting." These phrases validate her experience without requiring you to have all the answers. Here's why these phrases work. They show you're tracking with her emotionally. You're not just hearing words, you're acknowledging the feeling behind the words. That's what makes her feel heard. Step 3. Ask follow-up questions that show interest. Try, "What did you do when that happened?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" Or, "What was the worst part of the day?" These questions keep her talking and show you care about her experience, not just the facts of what happened. Here's what not to do. Don't minimize her feelings by saying, "At least it's not worse," or "It could be worse." Don't compare her day to yours by saying, "You think your day was bad? Let me tell you about mine." And absolutely don't offer unsolicited advice like, "You should just tell your boss," or "Why don't you look for another job?" All of those responses shut down the venting instead of creating space for it. And when you shut it down, she stops sharing with you. Then months later, you're confused about why she doesn't open up anymore. Now let's talk about timing. Sometimes she needs to vent right when she walks in the door. Sometimes she needs a few minutes to decompress first. Pay attention to her pattern. If she comes in hot and starts talking immediately, engage right away. If she comes in quiet and needs space first, give her that before checking in. Here's a phrase that works great if you're unsure. "Sounds like you had a rough day. Do you want to talk about it now, or do you need a minute first?" This gives her control over when the venting happens. One more critical piece. Sometimes she'll vent about the same thing multiple times. Your first instinct might be to say, "We already talked about this," or "You need to just let this go." Don't. If she's bringing it up again, it means she's still processing it. Let her process. Your job isn't to make her stop feeling something. It's to be present while she works through it. Here's what effective venting support looks like in real time. She says, "My boss gave me another last-minute project today." You respond, "That's frustrating, especially when you're already busy. What did you tell him?" She keeps talking. You ask, "How are you feeling about your workload right now?" She processes out loud. You say, "That sounds really overwhelming. I'm sorry you're dealing with that." Notice what you're not doing. You're not saying, "Just tell your boss no," or "You need to set boundaries," or "Why don't you update your resume?" You're just making space for her to release the stress. That's all she needs in this moment. Here's the deeper truth. When your wife vents to you, she's trusting you with her stress and vulnerability. When you respond well, with presence, validation, and interest, you're strengthening your connection. When you respond poorly, with dismissal, solutions, or competition, you're teaching her that venting to you doesn't feel safe. One final insight. After she's done venting and feels heard, that's when you can ask, Is there anything I can do to help? Notice the timing. You ask after she's processed, not during. Most of the time she'll say, "No, I just needed to get that out. Thank you for listening." And that's perfect. You just gave her exactly what she needed. So next time your wife starts venting about her day, remember, stop and give attention. Use acknowledgement phrases. Ask interested follow-up questions, and resist the urge to fix or minimize. When you nail this, you become the person she wants to come home to because she knows she'll be heard. Comment below and let me know what you are currently struggling with in your communications with your wife. Click the link in the first comment or check my bio to discover an ebook that can help improve your communication with your wife.